Moving down to Division II, the Edison Chargers were on the road against Inglewood. The Chargers, the 4 seed, Inglewood, the 12 seed, and Edison lost 22-16. Now, 16 points from Edison every week since the preseason, Howard. We've talked about the high-powered Chargers offense, the potency of this offense, the weapons, but Inglewood was able to shut them down. What caused Inglewood to be so successful defensively in this game?
Well, it's the quarterfinals. First and foremost, that's what I said to start off this show. You know, every team you play, whether it's Inglewood as a 12 seed or the Chargers as a 4 seed, it doesn't matter. There's going to be a lot of talent. So you take Inglewood, first and foremost, they got after it up front. They're a big, strong, athletic group on the defensive line, and they got to Tyler Joya. He was under pressure, sacked 5 times in the first half, and when you're sacked 5 times, you know you're running around. You just can't get your footing. So that stifles what you want to do in the pass game because you don't have time. But then in coverage, Inglewood was also athletic, and they were all over the Edison receivers. So you combine a stout front, athletic coverage, and you make it tough on the offense, plus a couple of turnovers for the Edison Chargers, and you just can't make those kind of mistakes when you're playing a tough defense like Inglewood.
Yeah, these were two good teams, very good teams slugging it out. And despite the loss, Edison, they were up 16-8 in the fourth quarter, had chances. Inglewood scored back-to-back touchdowns in the fourth, then had a fourth down stop on 4th and goal against the Chargers, and that ended up sealing the deal. But the Chargers, they took that lead on a Troy Fletcher touchdown, and like we've said almost every week this season, Troy Fletcher, he was popping off. He balled out for Edison on Friday night.
Well, you look at Troy Fletcher's numbers. I mean, 30 carries, almost 200 yards. In the day of air raid and spread offenses, especially an offense like Edison with 5 or 6 different receivers that we like, you don't see a guy getting 30 carries. But that's how Troy Fletcher is. We talked about his senior year being a showcase of production. He does it in every way possible. Pick 6 in the first round of the playoffs, 30 carries in the second round of the playoffs. Anything his coaches ask him to do, he does. That's why Coach Grady said he's a pleasure to have on the football team, and he's a pleasure to watch. So even though Edison didn't have the game they wanted, obviously they couldn't get anything going in terms of offense, how they usually do with all the touchdowns, still Troy Fletcher found a way to contribute and make his mark be felt on the game.